Good evening, everyone. The highlights of the news this Thursday. Traffic accidents.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snodacast. I am your host, Black Chef 56, in a top secret location that nobody has ever seen before. I'm kidding. Of course, I'm at a different location. It's
finally found his
troubles
bunker.
this week. Yes, no, I'm kidding. Just in a different location for the week because of circumstances with job. I'm not going to get into any major details. But, of course, we are joined by, if I could get rid of that fucking thing. Of course, we are joined by DJ Lionheart, a.k.a. Leon.
What's up, everybody?
And, of course, the immortal, the undying, the forever gay, HungryHufflepuff, a.k.a. Allie.
Salutations.
Salutations. Alrighty then. Well, we can't have a normal episode of the podcast without going into the age-old adage of weekly updates. This is a segment of the show where we basically get to catch up with everybody, see how their week was going, and kind of loosen those lips a little bit, get comfortable with each other, even though we all talk like 20 minutes before this. But anyways, so Leon, I got to ask you the question. How's your week?
This week went really well.
That's good.
Saturday had my D&D Star Wars theme wedding.
Ooh. Hell of a combo.
Yeah, it was a hell of a combo. Groom. It's a funny story because one of the songs I wanted to play was the Mighty Nines theme. I had no idea where I would put it in the song list because I'm very particular on how I set up my song list. I asked them, I was like, okay, got the else set up for ceremony. Bride's walking down to the Star Wars theme song. Cool. Got that. Everything's all set up. I asked, what's the groom gonna walk down the aisle to? And he's like, give me a minute. So I'm like, waiting. He messaged me. He's like, this is what I want. It's the Mighty Nine theme. And I'm like, dude, you just read my fucking mind. I told him, it's like, I wanted to have this song. No idea where I wanted to put it.
Right. There you go.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
The Bride's Walk. Was it the normal Star Wars theme, or was it the Star Wars theme the way they did it at the end of A New Hope at the awards ceremony?
No. Beginning.
Oh,
I
I
agree.
feel like that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that is.
I kind of agreed with that. I do agree with that. I think the medal ceremony song would have been a lot better for it, but it's their way. I wasn't gonna argue.
Did you do the Force theme, like the like the very nice and slow one, or was it just that one?
Yeah, like
okay, so it was the opening crawl.
Yeah, opening crawl.
There we go. That makes sense then.
That's what she wanted, so I was like, okay, cool.
Hey, there you go.
I also feel like humor. Imperial March should have been one of them.
That would have been hilarious.
Actually, if I did play that, I think they'd get a laugh because they're big nerds just like us. They're amazing people.
That would have been funny, but I think she also would have given you the look of like, if you don't stop, I'm going to stab you.
Thus earning it.
Yeah. No, I think honestly what you could have done is you could have played the Imperial March as they're walking down the aisle as a husband and wife. As they're walking away.
If they didn't give me a song for them to walk away, I probably would have. Or I would go with my one of my go-tos is Believer by Smash Mouth. That's one of my go-tos for that, and everyone always gets a kick out of it. And during the ceremony they did the I can't remember the name of it. Their quote unquote priest who's doing the ceremony.
Vows?
Yeah. He actually is their DM for their campaign that they're working on.
You're talking about their ordained minister? Is that the word?
Yeah, the organ.
There we go.
Their minister.
There we go.
Is also their DM for their campaign that they're on.
That's fucking awesome. I
That's
love
amazing.
Yeah,
That
so
is
there was
pretty
a
damn
little
cool.
whole like no one else understood this except for me and probably like a few other people who understood what he was talking about when he started going into like D&D stuff. I was like, that's just great. Like
Yeah.
I believe the word spell of binding was mentioned, like a couple other spells.
Not ceremony?
I believe ceremony was one of the other ones. I don't
Okay.
remember. But anyway, so everything's going on smoothly as usual.
Right.
We get to we're getting ready to do the first dance. So I'm like, okay, will the bride and groom please roll performance checks for me for the first dance?
Well played.
Very well played.
And right before they start rolling, it's like, oh, by the way, you will have bardic inspiration for both of you. Because Bard, me for that. So
Yeah.
it works. Which is a good thing because she rolled a 2.
Oh,
and
that's just cute.
I didn't think of this till later, but I totally could have done a full DM and like did a whole spiel on like how this starts and then I'll start the music. But I didn't think of it till later, and I'm kicking myself for doing that.
I think you probably did okay, buddy. Though.
Yeah, I think-
Oh
I
no!
think
that probably.
Oh no!
I think the extra bit might have been a little too much. Just a
I
tad.
think like at least for the
Oh,
non
they love-
D&D initiated
Yeah.
at that wedding.
Mhm.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
all like the bridesmaids were sort of into D&D, kind of.
Okay.
And all
that's
the
good.
all the groomsmen and the groom are part of their campaign, and she's
There
just
you
getting
go.
into D&D, and they're like, dude, that was fucking awesome that I did that. They loved it.
That's awesome.
I was like,
That
that's
is
my
pretty
job.
cool.
I don't know. If I roll a 2 on the performance check in real life, I am dancing as badly as I can. Bardic inspiration or no, I gotta go with the roll.
Exactly.
Right.
All right.
But yeah, everything
All right.
went completely smooth, no hiccups, no issues.
That's great, man. That's fucking phenomenal here. You needed that. You really did.
I did after dealing with what I've been dealing with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely needed a positive time.
Exactly. All right. Should I even ask?
I'm on MET again.
You already know what GIF I sent you. So I responded.
You
I
sent me something?
responded. I sent you a
Checking
GIF
in-
on that message that you sent in the server.
Check the general.
Oh, in general.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I remember that. For those of you not privy to our interactions, there is a certain scene from South Park where Cartman is singing a slave song.
Yep.
I don't think I need to go into further detail.
Allow me to recreate. Because I can actually do a halfway decent Cartman. Is the day's never finished. Master got me working. Sunday master set me free. Dude, Cartman, shut up.
Cancel.
Exactly. I'll take it at this point. If we got to go to BitChute, we got to go to BitChute. I don't care. All right. But so other than that, anything else happened this week, Allie?
I went to, speaking of weddings, I went to the wedding reception with one of my friends who was back in town for the day.
Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
So it was nice seeing him. It was actually one of the friends that actually got me out of Texas.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah.
You definitely owed them.
Dude, I don't think I can pay. No, I can't. I don't think I can pay this man back for how much he's done for me.
That is fair. There are plenty of people I could never pay back.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's a few.
So
But yeah,
Yep.
did that. Just started up my spooky season tradition of playing through the Dead Space series.
it's a good tradition. I usually just watch horror movies and then end it with Hocus Pocus.
to be fair, you're a movie guy.
This is true.
I'm a video game girl.
There you go. Oh shit! Oh shit! We got gamer girl alert here. Fucking hide the maid outfits in the ears. Jesus Christ!
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh dear God! No.
God, I have never done that before.
No, let's never do it again, please. The only
So
person that
wrong.
can semi get away with it is Anara. And the only reason why she can kind of get away with it is she does it scarily good.
Yeah, well, to be fair, she's got the voice for it.
That is also true.
Mm-hmm.
But
I most definitely do not.
yes, and I don't think either of us, any of us do. But
No.
that's
I'm a little both. I like playing a horror game here and there. Usually, I mostly watch horror games. For
fair.
me, I'm okay with jump scares, but sometimes I don't. So it all depends on. And again, for me, storyline is a big key for
Yeah.
video games.
That
Well,
is
and
fair.
like I know I've said it before on the podcast. I'm not a big horror person,
That's fair.
and so just being able to sit and play through the Dead Space series without flipping my shit.
That is fair.
Yeah,
That is also fair.
yeah. A few YouTubers I enjoy watching have been playing a lot of Phasmophobia, so I've been watching a lot of that.
That is one I want to try.
I heard
Yeah,
Phasmophobia is pretty good.
I think that would be a fun one to try.
If you really want to get into like really good horror games, look at a lot of indie horror games. They're
Oh,
fucking
definitely.
phenomenal.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
there's what a lot of streamers are streaming right now. Like I think Jacksepticeye is streaming an indie horror game right now.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Markiplier is constantly doing those 3 scary games with indie horror games.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah.
And Amnesia just came out with a new one not too long ago, which started
Oh
as
yeah.
Amnesia Bunker. That's not bad, actually.
I heard
There you
it's
go.
not too bad.
It's different, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, on to now showing. No, I'm kidding.
Now hold on. How was your week, Christian?
Well, so privy to information of what's going on with my background here is kind of going to explain. You can barely fucking see it. Jesus Christ, it's a hard angle to get at there. But so
You're not a contortionist. Stop trying.
there we go.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
healing. It's actually
What
not
is
as
that?
bad as it used to be. So, for those of you that don't know, I got in a wreck on Wednesday. Everybody's fine. I'm not out of my. I'm not out of a job or anything like that. I am out of a truck, unfortunately, my work truck. But basically, nobody was injured. I walked out with a very mild concussion. So that was fun for a day or two. Aside from that, I'm fine. Everybody's fine. Nobody got seriously injured. Nobody had to leave in an ambulance. But basically, it looks worse than it actually. It looked a lot worse earlier. I mean, it was like the whole area right here. It wasn't just this red. It was like all brown here. And that's just it's like you ever skid your knee? It looked a lot like that. Like if you ever
Right.
fallen off a skateboard or something, you ever skid your
Mhm.
elbow or skid your knee, it looked a lot like that. Airbags did deploy, hence the reason I got the concussion and the arm abrasion. Nothing was broken, nothing was sore. I'm just out of a truck. So unfortunately, that did happen on Wednesday and of last week. And of course, also unfortunately, I did happen to lose my grandfather yesterday, Sunday of this recording. So would be the 8th. I managed to lose my grandfather. That was kind of harsh. And if I'm not here for an episode, that's probably because I'm at the funeral. But it is what it is. So neither here nor there. Not gonna make it on a sad note, but I'll be okay. You know, all that fun stuff. But
Yeah, it's
aside from that, just been working. You know, basically I mean, I wasn't working for Thursday or Friday, and I was supposed to work Saturday. I was supposed to do my version of Allie's Cartman Slave Song, but because of the wreck, I did not have a vehicle, and they could not get me a ride up on Saturday to go work. But that being said, Saturday I did go to a pumpkin night, and that was actually a lot of fun. I have pictures in the server if you guys wanted to check them out. But yeah, no, it was actually pretty cool. There was a lot of work with like neon lights, and there was some smoke machines that actually, like, if you walk through it, it smelled like cotton candy or vanilla. It was like different, like for every part of the walkthrough you went through, there was different elements. Like, of course, the first one was just, oh, there's these giant bunnies. I didn't really get the first one, but second one was like you're walking through a little bit of a forest, and it's like Chinese dragon themed, which is pretty cool. Then there was a pirate themed. That is a pumpkin spider. Yeah,
this is my first time seeing the pictures, folks.
Yeah, so there was a pirate section, and then after the pirate section, there was a spider web, like kind of thing, and then afterwards there was like an underwater section. It was actually very, very nice. It was pretty cool, honestly. If you're ever in the Arlington area, I would recommend it. It's about $30 a person, so not exactly the cheapest experience, but and then I think parking's like $10. I want to say $10. So yeah, but it was nice.
The closest thing, something like that for me was like, I think is Knott's Berry Farm. I think that's
would
like
not
the closest.
surprise me.
I think that's the closest thing that, at least that I know of, that does a big Halloween thing. I know, I can't remember the town, but up north a little bit in Southern Oregon, there's a small town that does a whole big Halloween thing, because Halloween Town 1 was actually filmed in this town.
Oh, so that's cool.
Yeah, so they decorate the whole town for exactly like Halloween Town, like everything.
That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. I'd love to visit that at some point. That'd be a lot of fun to visit, for a weekend or two. Yeah, no, that sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, aside from that, pretty much just been working. I should be back to my normal location by next week for recordings and stuff like that. But yeah, now obviously for right now, if you're wondering whenever why the clips have been kind of hit and miss, is because I've been working on my laptop and it's a little harder. The mouse I use is very, very sensitive, so it moves very, very fast. And so yeah, it just comes down to a lot of personal details that I really don't want to get into. I'd much rather have my desktop right now. But aside from that, I am working on them. So, well, not of this recording, but like we should have clips from last week's episode by Wednesday. So yeah, no, for sure. That's pretty much it. Anyways, now showing. Alrighty then. So for now showing this week, we have, I can pull it up here. On Paramount Plus, we have the Pet Sematary Bloodlines movie or show. I forget exactly what it is. This is supposed to be like a prequel. I want to say it's a prequel to Pet Sematary. Don't quote me on that. I gave up on Pet Sematary a long time ago, unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
I'll just keep reading the book.
Yeah, the book's pretty good.
Bloodlines is a movie.
Okay, it is a movie. Okay, so we have that on Paramount Plus, and of course we also have another thing I've not been keeping an eye on is the Marvels. Yeah.
Is that actually out?
Yeah, came out. Yeah. So
I didn't realize it was going to be out this soon.
It released technically the day of this recording on the 10th.
Okay.
So that's interesting. I have no interest in it. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I really don't care. If it gets good reviews, I'll eventually watch it whenever it inevitably gets dumped on Disney Plus.
Yep.
And aside from that, I really have no interest in it. Really not any interest in either of these. I mean, Bloodlines might be okay. I might check it out. I have no idea, to be perfectly honest. I don't really have access to Paramount Plus anymore, so. But as far as the Marvels goes, if it gets good reviews, I'll be surprised. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, because like the first Captain Marvel was okay, but it wasn't great. And now the fact that this was supposed to be Captain Marvel 2, now it's just the Marvels or the Marvels, and you have Photon and Miss Marvel. Yeah, no. And on top of that, I believe that they said this might be the last Brie Larson movie, so they're trying to kind of shuffle her out and get somebody else. And it just comes down to a factor of I just don't care. I'll watch Loki season 2 at some point. Aside from that, I'm really kind of getting off of Marvel. Last thing I think I saw of Marvel in theaters was Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I did enjoy episode 1 of Loki season 2.
Okay. I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either. So
yeah. Well, Leon, we can fix that if you want, but it's up to you.
oh, I have Disney Plus. It's just
Oh, you just haven't gotten to it yet. Okay.
I just haven't
I was
gotten
about to
to
say. Okay, so you're
I
in the same
actually
camp
just
as me.
I actually just watched the new Haunted Mansion the other night.
I did. Yeah, I did too. I watched it the other day.
That was actually really well done.
It was
good.
really well done. I thought it was pretty well done. I think it was just undermarketed as all hell. That's my only problem. And I think that a lot of people have lost so much faith in Disney that they're just like, look, they tried this once, they're not going to fool me again.
I really like the fact that this one did more of the thriller adventure story, whereas the Eddie Murphy version was comedic.
Yeah.
To be honest, this one definitely had more comedic moments too. But
well, yeah, in fairness, when you're making a movie based off a roller coaster,
yeah, you definitely want to have more thrills and chills than anything else. I do now. Granted, I'm not the biggest Haunted Mansion nut, but I do have a buddy, my buddy, Awesome Ben Boy, aka Benji, and I do plan on doing another Snowdo riddle with him at some point. That is yet to be determined as to when that's going to happen. So I know that he is a huge Haunted Mansion nut. That's like his favorite Disney attraction of all time, and he knows all the history, all the lore. And he said that movie is a Haunted Mansion lore hound's dream. So he said it is literally, it's really meant for like, he's like, general audiences will like it, but if you're a huge Haunted Mansion nut, you're gonna love the movie just for the lore alone. Like they follow a lot of the lore. They bring up the axe murdering bride. The Hatbox Ghost is actually the main villain, all that other stuff. And there's quite a few other elements that they keep bringing in. Now, granted, I've only ridden the Haunted Mansion around Christmas time. I never got to ride it whenever it's real, like whenever it's the true story or whatever, unfortunately. But they did it when it was Nightmare Before Christmas, and it was perfectly fine. I really do like it. So there is that. And I know that they basically keep it that way from Halloween on. So Halloween, I believe like this month of October, they've already changed Haunted Mansion to Nightmare Before Christmas. And then they're going to keep it Nightmare Before Christmas until the end of the year. So
I actually didn't know they did that. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, no, they might change it back for November. I don't know yet. They may change it back for November and then change it to Nightmare Before Christmas. But yeah, no, they change a lot of things, believe it or not. There's a lot of their older rides. They do change to different Christmas themes and stuff like that. So it is pretty cool. Yeah, so there is that. Where's my Hollywood Tower of Terror movie? Damn it. If you did that good of a job with Haunted Mansion, where's my fucking Tower of Terror movie? And no, the Disney original movie doesn't count.
I would say it would have to be a reboot for that one then, because I remember the original Tower of Terror movie. It was actually pretty good.
I heard it was pretty good, but it just doesn't do a lot with the premise. Which, to be fair, it's not like there's much of a premise that you can do with Tower of Terror. But I like Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is pretty cool.
It'd be interesting to see them actually remake that one.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. I'd be curious to see what they could do with Tower of Terror. They're not remaking Pirates anytime soon because nobody can replace Johnny Depp. And then I really don't know what other ride.
That's a whole spiel that I've looked into, and that's a whole spiel going on right now.
Yeah.
And I think the last thing I read was either Johnny Depp saying "trust me" or "fire my ass."
Yeah, that's fair enough. Anyways, we went on a huge fucking tangent. Back on to now showing for
Yeah, I'm just sitting
Marvels.
here thinking at some point they're going to realize how
Yeah.
far off the rails that we've gone.
So back onto the Marvels and Pet Sematary Bloodlines.
A24?
I
No,
don't
that one.
really care. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't care.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we are right now.
Yeah. I don't care. Like
Marvels,
give me
I'll
some good
probably
reviews.
watch.
Yeah, give me some good reviews
Pet
and I'll eventually
Sematary,
watch
I
them.
have no interest in.
I don't know what it is about Pet Sematary, but I saw the remake in 2019 in theaters. I went on a Tuesday. I thoroughly enjoyed it enough. I thought it was well done. There were some decent, like, tense jump scares that did happen that actually got me, which is hard because usually I can tell when a jump scare is coming. So there is some like really creative stuff in that. However, it was definitely a cash grab because it was actually, I think it was Paramount only had so much time before they lost the rights to make another Pet Cemetery, and so it just came down to that. Or no, it was either that or Stephen King was wanting his rights back, and he's like, "All right, look, I'm going to give you an ultimatum."
So it's the same thing that they did with Fantastic Four, what Fox did.
Essentially, yeah, it's a similar concept. It's like, oh well, shit, we got to cash in on this IP. And it was the same thing with the Andrew Garfield movies for Spider-Man. They did this. That's why it was such a short time gap. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But yeah, I guess they still have the rights to Pet Sematary, but they don't want to do Pet Sematary again. I don't know. I think there's only so much you could do with the concept. That's my only problem.
Here's my thing. What's Stephen King going to do with it? We've seen what happens when Stephen King does a movie written by Stephen King.
It was Maximum Overdrive, and he was coked out in the 80s, so yeah.
That would be an interesting movie if they rebooted it. I wonder how they would. Yeah.
It could be done well.
There was Tommyknockers.
Tommyknockers, anything with the mini series doesn't count. Those are all goofy. The only one that's actually halfway decent is The Stand. And even then, it's still goofy.
That's The Stand.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it is goofy. Tommyknockers is hilarious. Freaking, what's the other ones? The Shining is boring as hell. Not the Kubrick version. I'm talking about Stephen King.
In fairness, I have heard that King wanted to kind of show the progression of Jack from father to monster.
Yes,
better.
And here's the thing. I will argue there is one thing that the miniseries did better than the movie. It was the transformation of Jack. He does seem like a caring father, and then he goes into full-on monster. I will give the miniseries that much credit. However, that still doesn't give me my 4. Aside from that, it still doesn't give me my 4 hours back. Also, I'm sorry, a croquet mallet is not scarier than an axe. You can kiss my ass, or my axe, if you will. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
We've gotten off the topic again.
Nah, not necessarily. We're still on.
We got as much off it as we did with the other one.
No, we weren't talking for 5 minutes straight. Anyways,
we were still talking.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And at least we were still talking Disney. Hey everyone, our buddy Ty would like to talk about some news with y'all in a segment we like to call Ty's Gaming Corner. Ty?
Hello, you beautiful people. My name is Ty, and welcome back to TGC. You're going to realize behind me, the area is a little bit weird, but that is because I have recently moved back to Germany, and I'm starting a fresh start, but that doesn't mean that the news are going to stop anytime soon. So here we go. So first things first, Unity has decided to screw over almost everybody when it comes to their new little scheme they got going on, saying that per install, they're going to be charging 20 cents to the creator. And depending on what package you have, it's going to go down in like charges, but you're still getting charged for it. So imagine you make a game, you only got like the personal package from Unity. You're gonna get screwed if it gets like 300,000 installs and you're getting charged 20 cents per install. You're screwed. You're bankrupting yourself, and that's what a lot of the small creators are saying now. In other news, I've just recently saw the trailer for The Lies of P, which of course looks fairly similar to some very, very popular games such as Dark Souls and Bloodborne. So I am excited to see what this game is going to be all about, gameplay wise. All I know is it's supposed to be a game about Pinocchio, and it just seems like a game I would be playing at late hours of the night, trying not to toss my controller out the window. On top of everything else, that's about all I can think of. But there's a surprise. Xbox, and I've seen tweets about it. Xbox has announced their new console. They didn't give a name, but they did give us specifics about its design, and the design being like this, almost like this. Now, here's my honest opinion about that. I think it's retarded. I would say just keep video games with consoles the way they've always been, looking like a console and not like an Alexa. So, but that's about as much as I got for a short segment because I am extremely busy. But TGZ is back and it's going to be a lot more frequent. I am making another YouTube channel because I lost my accounts. So there's a little bit of a mix up there. So once I get my YouTube up and rolling again and my other new social medias because of my move, I will be gladly having those listed in the description. But for now, I hope everyone stays blessed and have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So our next topic, our first topic is Halo Infinite is actually going to be giving us some new updates as well as adding a new game mode, some flood cosmetics, and a couple of other things. So, yeah, I think that this is, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is I know we usually don't do live service updates because we're not that kind of channel. We mostly focus on movies and video games as a whole, but I thought this was interesting because Halo Infinite is actually doing good now. It's actually playable. That's the thing. It's not just like, oh, you have 5 modes, pick. It's now you actually have just shitload of content. So, you don't have to stick with one mode. You can actually play so much more. And you have old maps. Now you're getting flood cosmetics. I mean, holy shit, this actually looks like, that's what I'm trying to say is like, I think that this is going to end out pretty well. So, of course, you also have infection mode is back. Thank God. We finally have a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I believe that they brought back the Fiesta as a permanent thing, which is great. Fiesta mode. Yeah. So, I think you now have Big Team Battle and everything else. I mean, there's a whole shitload of stuff that they've been adding behind the scenes. Now, granted, of course, the reason behind that is Halo, the creative development team, pretty much the head stepped down, then the head that took over stepped down, and now we have a new head who none of the heads of the original launch are even there anymore. They've all stepped down. So now we have somebody that actually does actively want to help keep people on this. Because I think they said they want this to be one of the last Halo games.
I can see why.
Yeah.
It's better to let it die with something good than
exactly.
keep pushing it until people just absolutely hate hearing about it.
Well, and here's the other thing is like this is another situation of like what happened with the Master Chief Collection. Master Chief Collection was god awful at launch. You could not play that shit to fucking save your life. It was buggy as all hell. There was little to no content. now Master Chief Collection is considered one of the best fucking things ever. You know, like
I kind of got out of the Halo series after, like, I played 1 through 5. I didn't play the Halo War games. I'm not into those. After I was meh with 4, super disappointed with 5 because of
Everybody was.
how they did it. The story was good, but the whole flipping back and forth was fucking pissing me off.
Apparently, even Halo 5 is not bad now.
Yeah. How they should. I honestly think how they should have done Halo 5 is you play the new Spartan, you play his complete whole storyline. And then when you beat his storyline, it unlocks Master Chief's.
That would have been a good way to do it.
I think
Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories did it.
Mm-hmm.
You play through as the main character, as Sora for one playthrough, and then you go back and play as Riku for another.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, see, if they did that with Halo 5, it would have been fine.
I think it would have still been received relatively negatively. However, they would have said, oh, yeah, no, at least, you know, well, that, or I think what you could have done is you could have marketed it as it is going to be primarily Chief's story. And so you have this other sideline mission that it'd be like, okay, cool. So you beat Chief's story. Do you want to play whatever the hell whatever the hell his name is? And you can choose that. And I think that would have been fine. Because that way you would have still had people play it. But I don't think like forcing the player to play these certain characters would have been. I think you still should have focused on Chief.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
There's so many issues with Halo 5, it's not even funny.
I actually think Leon's onto something here, because playing through these other Guardians with what they think, just straight through, no switching back to Chief, leaves that mystery of what the hell is Chief doing for the player.
I don't disagree with you there.
Yeah,
and then getting to play as Chief brings the story together.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Which is why I would say start off with the new character instead of going off as Chief again for the first round, because now you know what's going on. It should have been, what the hell is Chief doing?
Yeah,
and that's making these other Spartans chase after Chief.
That's fair. And the other thing I think you could have done is, when it comes to the marketing, you should have not marketed Chief as much.
Yeah,
that's the other thing you could have done. That
was purely going off of, hey, here's this guy you like.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think that's why people got as disappointed as they did, because they felt like you don't play as Chief as much. Yeah, and that's fair, you know. But anyways,
like they could have straight up marketed it as, hey, here's this alternate team of Spartans. Here's what they're doing. Figure out what's going on.
Pretty much, like you could have done an ODST kind of thing. So there is that. Well, actually, no. You could have had Halo 5 be just entirely from Chief's perspective, and then you could have released a Halo 5 Guardians, and it would have been the Guardians team, and it would have been like, what's going on with them? That could have been interesting.
Yeah.
It still would have ruined the mystery of what Chief's up to for the Guardians.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, so it should have been the Guardian doing the Guardians first, and then what Chief is doing.
Okay, that's fair. I don't disagree with you there. That is actually kind of fair. But anyways, back at the Halo Infinite.
We are horrible tonight.
Yeah, we are. Hey, at least we stayed mostly on
premise.
topic. It was in the same premise, exactly. Yeah. So I might actually hop back on Halo Infinite. I don't know yet. It's going to mostly come down to, I was hoping I would have a PC built by now, so I don't know if I'm going to hop on until then, but maybe. It all depends. I know my roommate plays Halo a lot, so, and I should be able to download it from fucking Steam, so I should be fine. If not, I have Game Pass, so I have Game Pass Ultimate actually, so there we go. But that being said, I'm curious to see what Halo 5 Season 5 does, so I'm interested. You guys?
I mean, I've been playing my way through the Master Chief Collection for a while now, so I'm just trying to get the full story now.
That's fair.
Considering I've bounced around so much.
That is
Right.
That is 100% fair. I don't blame you there, Allie. All right. Well, on to our next topic. Our next topic is Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein has now casted, well, Christoph fucking Waltz, which I'm actually very excited about because Christoph Waltz is a phenomenal fucking actor. I love this guy. And I think Guillermo del Toro doing Frankenstein, I think that's like right up his alley too.
Oh yeah.
I love this idea, and when it comes down to it, the fact that you have Christoph Waltz, do I want him to play Dr. Frankenstein? Maybe. I don't know yet. I really don't. Like, it might be an interesting idea to do that, but don't, I'm not going to hold my breath if that's the case. But however, I don't think you cast somebody of that caliber and not give him a very important role. So now I don't think he's going to be playing the monster. I think you would cast somebody else. Like, honestly, I think Dave Bautista would be pretty cool as the monster. Be a pretty interesting choice.
That would be an interesting choice.
Yeah. So there is that. And I know that if it's Guillermo del Toro's name in front of it, it's going to focus on the creature or monster more than it is going to focus on the humans, which is fine. I personally don't care. So I'm, just don't make another I, Frankenstein, and we'll call it a deal.
Yeah. See Christoph definitely doing Dr. Frankenstein.
Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I could definitely see it. It's definitely within his range. I can see it working. But Allie, you were about to say something.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying. I was just thinking, if Guillermo del Toro does make another I, Frankenstein, I think it's a sign he needs to step back from what he's doing for a bit.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Just take a sabbatical.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little sabbatical. Nothing. We're not asking for a shitload. Just
We're not asking for you to just quit.
Yeah.
But go refocus yourself.
Yeah, but this is actually also my first hearing that Del Toro's next project is going to be Frankenstein.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've heard it too.
Yeah. So I am very pumped about this. That's a and you already start off with Christoph Waltz? Hell yeah.
I'm looking at the IMDb. Apparently Andrew Garfield is going to be in it too.
Oh, no, I have heard about this. I just didn't fucking think about it at all. Yeah, I remember because they said Andrew Garfield was cast in Guillermo del Toro's.
It's one of those things that just kind of sits in the back of the mind.
We have Mia Goth. We have Oscar Isaac, and Andrew Garfield, and now we have Christoph Waltz. And apparently Andrew Garfield is going to be playing Dr. Frankenstein. Ooh. And Oscar Isaac is going to be playing. He's an interesting choice for it too. I agree.
Definitely an interesting
I can see
choice.
Oh, I could definitely see it. It's right up his alley.
Dr. Frankenstein, yeah.
Yeah. No. Hey. You guys forget. It's pronounced Frankenstein. I just made Allie fucking laugh.
Frankenstein! Oh, Gene Wilder.
May he rest in God in peace. Yeah.
Isaac, even though he is rumored, I don't know.
I don't know who you would get. I don't know who you would have Oscar Isaac play. Now, I swear to God, you better get. It would be really funny, and I do mean this sincerely. You either get Tom Holland or Andrew or freaking Tobey Maguire to play Igor.
No. See,
yes,
I can see.
I'm okay with that.
I can see Oscar Isaac as Igor. Just give him the hunch.
Okay,
Give him all hunched over. He can pull the expressions.
Actually, hold on. Christoph Waltz is Igor.
That would be that'd be interesting.
Very interesting. I agree. But yeah, no, we can sit here all the live long day and kind of figure out.
This is all we do when we talk about these.
This is true. Whenever it's just casting news. Yeah, but no, I remember hearing about this. I just completely forgot that it was a Del Toro Frankenstein project. I think all they said was like, "Oh, Andrew Garfield's going to be playing Dr. Frankenstein in new Frankenstein movie," and all I saw was the article. I didn't really read it. I saw it was a headline, and I was like, oh, "Okay, cool, that's fine. It's an interesting choice." And then now that I'm hearing that it's Del Toro's Frankenstein, you now have my. At first, you had my curiosity. Now you have my interest.
Right.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see Del Toro's take.
Oh, 100%. I'm right there with you. I don't know if he's going to follow the book through and through, because the book does follow the monster relatively well. I would still argue that one of the better interpretations of Frankenstein would still be Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which is the one with Robert De Niro and Kenneth Branagh.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, I still think that's like one of the more accurate tellings, aside from the fact that they add the part where Frankenstein takes out Helena Bonham Carter's heart, and then she's brought back and then kills herself. Anyways, that was a very weird element in that movie.
I mean, it's Helena Bonham Carter.
That's true, and I never understood why she was in there. I'm like, you could have done this movie without her. I get that she was kind of hot shit in the 90s. I understand, but like, come on. Anyways, that's besides the point. I actually still really like that movie. Do I think it's better than the Dracula movie? Hell no. I still think
Which
Bram
one?
Stoker's Dracula is fucking phenomenal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Love that movie. And you know what's crazy about it? Guess who produced those movies?
Huh.
Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah.
Oh,
you know what else he produced
I know that
under the
sounds
same
familiar.
name? Godfather.
Well, that's why. That's
Apocalypse Now. The director of those movies. You know what other movie he produced under the same idea? Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp.
Ooh. Oh, that's one of my Halloween traditions. I gotta watch that movie later.
Yeah, it's on HBO if I'm not mistaken.
I have it on DVD.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. So here's the thing. Even though he didn't include the author's name, it is still produced by Ford Coppola and his company, that they were doing a lot of interpretations. But that movie, I still feel, is secretly a Hammer horror movie. It's like an homage to Hammer horror, because it has little to nothing to do with the story. They drastically change characters' backgrounds and other stuff. And then like the blood is like vibrant neon red.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like red paint almost. And I am a firm believer that is basically an homage to Hammer horror.
The Iron Maiden scene still kind of scares me to this day.
It's still a little, it's a little creepy on that one. I'm not gonna lie. Yep.
But
right.
So that's definitely one of my favorite interpretations of Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a really good interpretation. The show's not bad either. Just the show goes on way too long. That's my only problem with it. But
never watched.
I've watched the whole first season, and then I think I kind of stopped after that. I think I watched maybe a couple episodes of season 2. Oddly enough, Sleepy Hollow's show has a crossover with Bones.
I saw that episode.
Yeah, and it's
weird.
Never mentioned again. It's a weird crossover, right? It's like you have Bones, arguably pretty set in reality. Like, yeah, it's a little kooky, you know, it's a little out there, it's a little far-fetched. But then you have Sleepy Hollow, which is like, if Bones is a little far-fetched, Sleepy Hollow is a fucking home run of far-fetched. I mean, it's like,
well, and I think that was the draw.
Yeah,
just because a lot of the time it was the discussion of, is this guy just a paid actor or is he legit?
Well, the show Sleepy Hollow,
no,
it makes it very obvious. The crossover. Well, yeah, that is fair. That is fair. I don't disagree with you there. That's fine, I guess. It's still weird. It doesn't make it any less weird.
No, it does not. Like
No.
it puts Sleepy Hollow in the same world as Bones, The Finder, and
all the concept shows to be crossover with Bones, which is set more for reality.
And then you have Sleepy Hollow, which is a fantasy element.
Yeah. That's
Like they have like Into the World episodes in Sleepy Hollow, mind you. Like there's like that's one of the plot points is it's going to be the end of the fucking world. Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally remember that episode of Bones where they're like, "Oh my god, what the hell's going on? It's like the end of the world or something," you know? Just yeah. No, it's weird. It's weird. But that being said, I'm super pumped about this Del Toro Frankenstein movie. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I really do. And I
it's
cannot
definitely
wait.
it's definitely gonna have some odd aspects because it is Del Toro.
Well,
Expect the weird. Expect
I
weird.
expect great makeup though.
Oh yes. Yes, 100%.
I expect a phenomenal creature design too.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I think like the creature design is going to be pretty damn well
One
done.
crazy thing about Del Toro films, he makes sure there's some good fucking makeup artists.
He does. I mean, Hellboy is the prime example of it. He knows when to mix CG and yeah, no, absolutely. All right. Well, say goodbye to our only our only movie news aside from now showing. So
Right.
bye. On to video game shit. So our next topic is Activision Blizzard expects to start adding games to Game Pass next year. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I'm perfectly okay with this. I just hope that they add like actual playable versions of a lot of the older Call of Duty games. I'm not saying like I need the multiplayer to work, which would be nice, but probably never gonna happen. But no, like if it's just the story, fucking give me the story. I don't give a shit.
Zombies.
Oh well, yeah, zombies too. Make zombies pretty playable. I'll give you that. But yeah,
that was probably the only reason why I played Call of Duty was the zombies with a couple.
Granted,
buddies.
Modern Warfare 3 zombies looks like a lot of fun.
When I was back in Stephenville, the first apartment I moved in after my parents, one of my roommates and I would go over to a friend's house weekly and play Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Like we had that down to a system where whenever we got to a new section of having to do stuff, we'd get down to the last zombie. One of us would just kite them around the map and just while the other two just went and did shit.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we usually did. It's like, especially when you got into the higher rooms. I think we only
Cold War Zombies was pretty good.
I think I only got to like round 15 before shit got bad.
Black Ops 3 had some pretty good zombies as well, in my personal opinion. Black Ops 3 zombies was okay. I didn't hate it. But Cold War had some really fun zombies. I played the ever-loving shit out of Cold War Zombies. So there is that.
Yeah, I didn't play that one. But...
Now, of course, I don't know how you would do WoW or StarCraft on Xbox or Game Pass. I mean, granted, if it's going to be just PC only, then that's fine. But I don't know. There's a couple like Activision games I would definitely love to see. Didn't Activision do Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?
I believe so.
I'm still. I still have a chip on my shoulder at Blizzard over.
Activision
Blizzard over everything.
Oh, I know. Everybody still does, but now they're bought up by Microsoft. They have a new head over them, which is I think is what they needed. I definitely think they needed an oversight. And now that doesn't mean that I want Call of Duty to become a freaking Xbox exclusive game. Fuck off. But no, I mean it's just one of those things. It's like
Activision did Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Okay, so those would be nice to have on there. And then I'm trying to figure out what else Activision. They've done so
Crash
many
Team
games.
Rumble. Oh, I remember that one.
Okay. Oh well, that's right. Activision was. They did Crash Bandicoot. That makes sense.
That'd be cool.
Which is kind of ironic that. Yeah. Go ahead.
They did Crash and Spyro, so those would be.
Ooh.
So those would be nice. I don't think they're on Game Pass.
Nope.
No.
Considering both of those, I think they're pretty much Sony's.
Spyro, no. Spyro, I remember being able to play Spyro on GameCube, but
I have the Spyro.
Crash was exclusively Sony for a while.
I have Spyro on the Switch. The Spyro.
Yeah, there you go.
Remastered, and you can get the Crash Bandicoot
Remasters on
remaster
Switch.
trilogy on Xbox. I remember seeing it on Xbox.
That's right. Yeah,
But
you can also
not
get them
through Game Pass. So it'd be
Yeah.
cool to see them on Game Pass.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well,
Skylanders. Wow.
No,
Shit,
God,
they-
that
they did do Skylanders.
There's a throwback. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, I remember this. You guys remember Prototype?
Fuck, I loved Prototype. Prototype was the shit.
remake
It's a
that
fun-ass
shit
game.
so we can get the
Please,
remaster.
or at the very least, remaster. it,
Remaster that
please.
one.
Come on.
That would be cool.
Prototype 1 and 2, baby. Come on, let's go.
Right. Those were a couple. There was a few good ones right there. Definitely a
Yeah.
remaster of Prototype. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love a remaster of Prototype 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Activision do Infamous as well?
No, that was. I don't think they did.
Was it them or was it Rocksteady? I want to say it was Rocksteady.
I think it was Rocksteady. Trying to remember because I believe
Give
I
me a
have
second.
that one. I believe I have Infamous
That
1 and 2,
but
but
I
I
just
can't
haven't-
remember. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Sucker Punch.
Sucker.
Ah,
Okay.
they're a Sony exclusive game. That's why.
Yep.
Okay, that makes more sense then. Alrighty then. Well, if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and go into our next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Star Wars Heritage Pack is a actual physical release of the game is headed for Nintendo Switch. And Leon, I believe it was it just Nintendo Switch or was it other games as well?
From Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Really cool thing is it'll be Star Wars Force Unleashed, Republic Commando, Episode 1 Pod Racers, Jedi Knight Academy, and Outcast are going to be on the cartridge, and you'll be able to get a digital download for Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
That's pretty fun.
And how much is this going for?
Probably like 8.
I have not
Switch.
seen the price yet. But it's coming out December 8th, so there may be a pre-order for it.
It is currently $60 on Target and Best Buy.
Okay.
So
I mean, 7 games for
Yeah, that's
60
pretty
bucks,
cool.
that's a
I
pretty-
mean, worth
that's a pretty
that
deep
price.
oh yeah, especially on the Switch.
Worth
you
that
know?
price.
If only I had my Switch.
Just,
If only I still had my Switch.
I think I just heard my wallet screaming in pain.
A little bit, mine too, for sure. I'm probably going to be buying the hell out of that because, like, Star Wars Pod Racing. I mean, dude, you could literally play that with like it could be like a Mario Kart replacement if you really wanted it to be.
Mhm.
You know, and it's just one of those things. It's like, yeah, you know, and of course, KOTOR is great. Love that.
Mhm.
You know,
I actually think the only one I'm missing, because I have most of these on my Xbox right now, I think the only one I am missing is Jedi Outcast.
that makes sense. But yeah, also Republic Commando. Come on, man, that was one of the better ones. Like seriously, those are really good games. So yeah,
It's a
I'm
good-
super pumped about this.
It's definitely a really good collector, but I kind of wish it was Force Unleashed 1 and 2 instead of doing just the first one.
Well, to be fair, first one has more gameplay. Force Unleashed 2 doesn't take very long to beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rinse and repeat too. So that's the only problem I would
Yeah,
say
that's
that
true.
would come with getting Force Unleashed 2. Because it was a very rushed game, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there is that.
But like
Yeah.
I like because I already have most of these games and I know except for Outcast and Knights of the Republic 1 and 2, the other ones are all on Game Pass, if I remember correctly, on my Xbox. So it's like, I'm like literally like flip-flopping. It's like, do I buy this?
Okay. So I'm assuming Jedi Outcast is in the same vein as Jedi Knight Academy, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that one. I don't. It's been
Okay.
such a long time since I played both of them. I had them on a PC for a long time. It takes place now with Legends. It takes place after Episode 6, where Luke is bringing. It's a new academy following Luke.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
That's fair. Alrighty then. Well, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on the Star Wars Heritage Pack going to Switch?
No.
No?
I'll have to buy I'll have to buy a Switch again at some point.
Yeah, same here. I plan on getting the OLED at some point, so that's probably going to be
This
a
does
Black
not
Friday /
replace.
Christmas.
It's still like. Don't get me wrong. I am happy. All Star Wars fans are going to rejoice about this,
Yeah.
but this does not replace the fact that we were supposed to get a remastered of KOTOR.
Of KOTOR, yeah, that we were supposed to get a PlayStation exclusive remaster of KOTOR.
You're not wrong.
You are not wrong, sir.
Just PlayStation. It was supposed to be on all consoles, if I remember correctly.
Was it supposed to be on all consoles? Because
yeah,
I thought originally it was supposed to be PlayStation exclusive.
No, because
No?
it was originally started off on Xbox. It was never on PlayStation.
That's fair, I guess. All right. Well, if you guys are ready, we're going to go ahead and go into our final topic of the night.
Mhm.
All right. So this one's kind of a little fun one that we can kind of talk about for a little bit.
I've heard of this one. This is fucking hilarious.
This is absolutely hilarious. There's a little bit of beef between Chuck E. Cheese and Five Nights at Freddy's. This all has to do. I'm not either, but apparently, and I mean, I don't blame Chuck E. Cheese for doing I don't blame Chuck E. Cheese for being the way they are about FNAF, because what's the #1 equivalent to Five Nights at Freddy's? It's fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
We were all thinking it the first time.
Yeah, exactly. It was
we
like
were
Chuck
thinking
E.
that when
Cheese.
fucking FNAF first came out. Okay, we
Yeah,
were
it was
all
Chuck E.
thinking
Cheese.
it
What
was.
was the other one before Chuck E. Cheese? It was
I don't fucking know. I don't remember
Anyways.
anything before Chuck E. Cheese. So
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
If they wanted to throw a fit about it, they waited way too fucking long.
Well,
Right,
no,
right.
here's the reason why there's a little bit of beef going on right now. Because technically in promotion with Five Nights at Freddy's, Chuck E. Cheese is having a Five Nights of Fun where you can privately rent out, or I forget the exact justifications, but apparently you and 10 people can stay in Chuck E. Cheese overnight from like 10 p.m. to about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, or like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, right? And you get to run the whole thing, yada yada yada, so on and so forth, right? So they're calling it their Five Nights of Fun, and there was the employee manual about this when asking and answering certain questions. Their #1 thing that they said was, this has your do not say and your say.
Mhm.
And on the do not say, it says do not say in collaboration with the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie, we are deciding to do a Five Nights of Fun. Instead, you're supposed to say, oh, we decided it was a fun idea to go ahead and have some fun with our, or like we decided it was a great idea to have some fun with our customers with Chuck E. Cheese's Five Nights of Fun.
it's promoting Chuck E. Cheese. It's promoting FNAF without promoting FNAF. That's basically
It's
what
promoting
it is.
FNAF without promoting it. Exactly, and that's the thing.
And they're
No way.
they're acting on like this, and apparently, like if you type in on their Facebook page or on their social media pages, you are automatically banned from their page.
Yeah.
As soon as you say anything about FNAF and Chuck E. Cheese on their page or whatever, you're instantly banned.
I wonder if they had the same
I've heard about
reaction to
that.
Willy's Wonderland.
Probably.
Not really. That was
Who knows?
underground enough that it kind of passed by.
It was a Nick Cage movie, and
And it was
honestly, one
underground
of my favorite roles he's ever done.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I own that movie on Blu-ray. Like as soon as it came out on Blu-ray, I immediately got a copy. I wanted to watch that movie so bad, and I
The fact that
fucking
he
enjoyed
doesn't
the hell
say
out of
a
it.
word the
Oh,
entire
not a
time,
word the entire time. Exactly.
and yet speaks volumes.
Exactly. Oh, good God, that movie is great. And honestly, for any FNAF fan that's wanting that hard R rated Five Nights at Freddy's movie, we have Willy's Wonderland. You'll be fine.
Willy's
Shut up,
Wonderland
thank you
is
much.
where to go.
Yeah. Exactly. So,
Mhm.
anyways,
Well,
I
until
think with
FNAF
that-
comes out at the end of the month.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. This has been the Snodacast, episode 28. I've been your host, Black Chef 56. I have been joined by DJ Lionheart, aka Leon.
Stay nerdy, everybody.
Feels naked without you, Leon. And of course, we were also joined by the immortal HungryHufflepuff, aka Ali.
There was a
You guys are the community is so disappointing these days.
This is fair. But it hasn't it always been? All right. And
You guys used to
once
be
again,
fun.
oh, well, fuck off then. And once again, I've been Black Chef 56. It's your birthday, and we want you to have fun. And this has been the Snodacast. See you all.
Take care.